Just like all of our other Nourish solutions, I just picked the top 2 to 3 that I'm going to recommend for this certain problem, because if you want all the answers in the world, just type it into Google. You'll get every answer, every opinion, and you can choose from there. So what I'm doing is, from years of practicing on myself with clients, as well as looking at the scientific research, I've compiled my top 2 to 3 tips for each of these problems that I've seen work. And whenever we add something in, we want to really be conscious of what we're adding in and do it consistently over time, every day, so that we know if it works or it doesn't work, and we can either continue on or try something else. So that's what we're doing today. Type in the comments if you have some awesome solutions that I'm not mentioning, because you never know who you'll be helping. As well, the solutions that I offer, maybe they're not going to work for you, right? Everybody's different. So please, in any of the videos, type in the comments what's worked for you in the past, because you never know who you're helping and inspiring. And with any of the replays, I can actually go back and we can communicate and have that conversation. So if you have any questions as well, just pop them in and I can go back and answer them. So we'll get started here. Hello, hello. I'm Steph, and I help people like you cut cravings and create a life you love. On today's episode, we're talking all about how to increase your sleep, how to make sure you get the best sleep ever so that you can live the best day ever. Here we go. We're going to talk about my top 3 solutions to this common problem. Number 1, you gotta have a routine. Routine and boundaries. So my favorite is to, depending on what time you go to bed, but at least a couple of hours before bed, stop communicating with the world. Stop filling your head with all this information. So instead of yelling at yourself and telling you to stop it or put your phone down, do the opposite. Just have healthy boundaries. So one of mine is 8 p.m. because I go to bed at about 9:30 or 10. So a couple hours before I go to bed, I make sure that I'm not on my phone. I might watch a show. I'm not super strict with myself, but I'm not, since I work from my phone and my computer, and a lot of my friends and family are 4 hours behind in BC, I'm getting messages constantly. So instead of getting pissed off when people are texting you at night or communicating with you, just choose how you're going to live your life. So that's number 1, is just set up really good boundaries with communication. So some of you have to have your phone on if you're on call or if you have kids or family members, but do the best you can to not be distracted and communicating. And that means social media as well, because the moral of the story is you want to avoid filling your brain and keeping it working up until the second you go to bed. So I need about 2 hours. Maybe you only need about 1 hour. But regardless, you need a buffer period between having your brain power on and actually trying to go to sleep. Okay, so that is tip number 1, is have some healthy boundaries. The Get Nourished way is 8 to 8, 8 p.m. So basically, looking at the positive, we're allowed on our phone, or we're allowed to communicate between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. So that's really positive, right? That's 12 hours. You think that's enough time for the day. So just like our evening routine, I recommend that morning routine. So to have a really good sleep, have the boundaries, and then for an evening routine, I'm going to post up in the section here my favorite evening routine, but I'll just tell you what it is as well. So we have the boundaries. So what are you going to do if you can't go on your phone from after 8 p.m., right? What are you going to do? So you can fill that time so that you don't easily get distracted and want to go on your phone. Fill that time with some really good habits. So some of my favorites are, that's a really good chance to step into the rest and digest state, or the parasympathetic state, where your heart rate slows down. So every day I encourage people to do something that gets you into that rest and digest state. So this is a perfect time to do it before bed. Legs up the wall, reading, drawing, writing, breath work, yoga, audios, yoga nidra. So again, don't be super strict. If there's a live yoga class you want to attend at 8 p.m., then do it. But just turn off your notifications and don't be responding back and forth with friends. And again, you can use YouTube or online ways of watching yoga if that's what you want to do, but avoid that communication back and forth, and avoid the scrolling of other people's lives during that time, because what you do before you go to bed is really important, because your subconscious is going to be thinking throughout the night. So if you are fueling your brain before bed, make it something positive. So again, you can use your phone or your devices, put them on airplane mode is the easiest way if you have it downloaded to your phone. You can listen to positive affirmation audios or yoga nidra or positive programming, so that you can go to bed thinking this positivity, so that you wake up feeling good, rather than all night long you're running through your head of, I wish I looked like that person on Instagram. Oh, why is their life good? Why do I suck? Like, watch when you go through Instagram what you're saying to yourself. So specifically before bed, you don't want to be telling yourself that. And then another evening routine would be, these are really quick add-ins. If you're listening to this and you're like, I'm not doing that, I don't have time, I'm way too busy, then just focus on what you can do. So add in a sleepy time tea. So that's just, there's actual brands, sleepy time, peppermint, chamomile, valerian. Those are all going to chill you out, relax you as well. I really like having magnesium in a powder as a tea. What magnesium does is it calms you down, it gets you into that state. So if that evening routine thing is not happening for you right now, then add in sleepy time tea. You can get stronger ones with stronger herbs, or you can get just a super simple one in the natural section of the grocery store. And then if you travel a lot or you want to reset your sleep cycle, I do recommend melatonin. And just use it short term to reset your sleep cycle. If you've been traveling or if you've been waking up at 1 o'clock every morning, then you need to reset your sleep cycle. So melatonin is great. You can take it in combination with the magnesium, and everybody's different. So best thing is to dose up so that you don't feel groggy and sleep in the next day. So start low, 1 milligram, and increase if you need a little bit more. And again, different brands work for different people. Melatonin works for some people, doesn't work for others. So the best way to do it is just to test it out. And so those would be the 3 tips that I have. So number 1, evening routine. It can be even just 5 or 10 minutes if you really are that busy. And then just keep trying to increase the time between going to sleep and working or being in that state of go, go, go. Because the longer buffer period you have, the better sleep you're going to have. And just a little tip too with melatonin, it doesn't actually work like a sleeping pill. If the lights or your electronics are on, it's not going to work. You have to have lights out. You naturally produce melatonin anyway, so it's not like a sleeping pill. It's not going to knock you out. So don't expect that. So number 1 was evening routine and programming your brain, if you're into that, with positive thoughts, positive affirmations, yoga nidra, breath work. Your brain's constantly going to be going. Meditation and breath work isn't about shutting your brain off. It's about just watching those thoughts and not becoming attached to them. Basically, not going down the rabbit hole of the thought. So if you're trying to meditate, don't beat yourself up if your brain is not slowing down. Your brain's purpose is to think. So you can't shut that off. All that meditation is just focusing, watching it. Kind of like clouds going by in the sky. You watch it, you come and go, you don't get attached. And whenever you're confused, just go back to breathing. And it's really helpful to start with audios. So why I say yoga nidra is you're actually just laying there, and the person talking, the audio, is walking you through your body. So you're focusing on your feet, you're focusing on your legs. So all that that's doing is it's allowing your brain to calm down, your heart rate to rest, and you're focusing on these parts of your body. It's a body scan to calm down and get ready for rest. And then magnesium, sleepy time tea, and melatonin would be the add-ins that I would suggest. So that's all I have for you today for today's content on how to improve your sleep. Nourish solution number 9 out of 10. So tune in tomorrow for Nourish solution number 10, which is all about if you are super busy and you've been watching these videos and you're overwhelmed, you're scattered, you don't know where to start. Nourish solution number 10 is geared towards you if you really think I have no time. What do I do? I don't have time to prep food. I don't have time to do anything. I don't even have time to think, what do I do? That's what tomorrow is all about, is our solution on how to deal with that. If you are in a super stressful time of your life or your super busy time of your life, that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow, is what you can do in the minimum amount of time for maximum results. And then all our previous episodes are saved up on the video tab, so you can go back and watch those. You can get your name into the draw that we're drawing for tomorrow for prizes up to 10 times just by sharing these videos. So if you think this content would be useful for any of your friends or followers, share it with them, tag them in the posts. Feel free to ask questions in the comments as well. Let me know what you like so that I can continue making these videos and serve my people. Alright guys, I'm Steph, and I help people like you cut cravings, create a life you love, and get nourished. Today's episode was all about improving your sleep quality, because what are we without a good sleep, right? Thanks for watching. Chat soon. Bye-bye.